Hi, and thanks for tuning in to this, another one of our week's worth of workshops where we're showing you exactly how we trade in the Ninja Group, showing you the strategies, the systems, the indicators, the tools we use, nothing left out. Nothing left out. So as part of this, if you don't know me, my name is Paul Turner. You've probably seen me on one of the other videos. Okay, and today I'm with David Khan. Hi, David.
Hi, Paul.
So David is another one of our live traders. He's on every Saturday, and he shows us how he does something that we're calling Ninja Smart Money. So first of all, I guess we'll start here. So David, what is smart money? And then we'll talk about what you've done with Ninja Smart Money.
Surely, well, smart money or the banker strategy is banks manipulate the price. We all know that, and they need to move money because they're moving millions of dollars at a time, and they need to move money to certain levels and we can take advantage of that. But what they also do is they teach us as retail traders a system where they can actually teach us these strategies that they've taught us, and then it works a few times, and then they can manipulate the price. So it'll drive a spike up. They manipulate the price, so it wipes out us as retail traders, our stop losses, so they can then get that money from us basically to form their own trades. Very, very sneaky, but they can't do it any other way because they are moving millions of dollars at a time. So smart money basically is recognizing that and trading the way that the bankers will see a particular chart, and we trade that way.
The best way I've heard it explained is if you've traded before, you'll understand this. You'll have had it. If you ever got a trade and it looks like it's a buy, everything says buy, 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 buy. It's at support resistance, the trend starts to go up and everything, so you get in for a buy. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the price shoots down and takes your stop loss out and then shoots in the direction you want it to go. And the reason for that is, as David is saying, is the banks are trading with certainly millions, if not billions per trade. And if you think about it, if I wanted to sell this pen, I'd need a buyer. So if I'm selling a currency, I need a buyer on the other side. There has to be a certain amount of money to make the purchase. So what the banks do is they can see all our stop losses and everything. And when they call it liquidity, when there's enough built up, they might need to take our money to be able to make the move they want to make, if that makes sense. Now it's great because that leaves clues, that leaves a trail that you can follow. And that's known as, like David said, smart money. The only problem that I think with that, it's a great way to trade, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, and we have people in the group that do it. In fact, you're learning this workshop. For me though, I think it's fairly complicated to learn, certainly for a new person. Once you've been in, would you agree, or am I?
Yeah, because for when a new person joins in, they learn the way retail traders have taught them to put I mean, if you've got like 2 or 3 peaks on a line, sell. So the actual theory that the bankers are going to come along and spike all that to wipe out your stop loss is a different way of thinking about it. So basically, you've got to start learning it all over again, really. But once you get it.
So what we do in the Ninja Group, I hope you're starting to see, I don't know how many videos you watch, but what I hope that you're seeing is that as a community, all helping each other, we're trying to simplify all the time to make it easier, simpler, right? So it works, and it works consistently well and obviously profitable. So David has found a way of systemizing it by using the things that we have access to make the smart money easier, i.e. what we say, he ninja'd it up, right? So we've got Ninja Smart Money. So why don't we start with results first, David, and then maybe you can show us how to do it. Like I say, we're all about teaching you exactly what we do. So we'll get David to run through a trade setup, but why don't you show us results first to get us all hooked?
Certainly. Okay, well, a little bit of a confession. I'm a terrible trader, as you can see,
awful,
because this is the results of actually this is all done on the hourly time frame. So this is a whole month's worth of results doing this. but I've managed to gain my account by 27%. But as you can see, I've actually only won 7 trades and I've lost 8 of them. So I've actually lost more trades than I've won. So how come I've got an account growth of 27% despite that? Well, the fact is,
past results do not guarantee future profits. This is truth. We're not lying.
Yeah.
David records his results. We're not even meant to talk percentage growth and cash, but we can't not. You know what I mean? It's on the screen. We can't, you know. So David records. So we do make that clear. But if you have taken David's trades, and there might be something if you wait in this video about that, but it might be a nice bonus for you. But if you had taken the same trades, you would have had certainly a very similar result. I won't say exactly the same because sometimes broker prices are slightly different, but you would have had a very, very similar result. But as David says, look, terrible trader, lost 8, only won 7.
I've got my solicitor in the corner whispering in my ear, telling me what to say and what not to say. So I'm trying to be very careful. But with the training that I do, I only tell people to risk 1% of their trading account, whatever that may be. It's up to them. Might be 1% of £100, might be 1% of £1,000. If you're here in the UK, it's entirely up to you what your trading account is. But first of all, we'd like you to go on demo anyway. So, but whatever it is, only risk 1%. And when I take a trade, all trades, I try to get a risk to reward of 1 to 4 or above. That means when it hits take profit, it's 4% of my trading account that I've won, or more than that. Anything less than that, I just look for another trade within the system.
So would you risk £1 to make £4 is what we're saying. So even if you lose most of you, well, I won't say most, but even if your win rate is right there around like kind of 50% mark, it's actually worse than 50%. But if you take that, but you're risking £1, $1 to make £4, $4, you can lose more than you win, and you can see the result there. Now, April, David, is a terrible month normally because of Easter and everything like that. Yeah. So what happened last month?
Well, we'll go on to March, and as you can see, March was a lot better for the trading. I mean, we're governed by the harmonic scans that we get, which I'll show you about in a minute, and the trading is all governed by the harmonic scans, and that's what ultimately starts us out with the trade in the first place. And but as you can see from March results, by the way, this is all once you're within our Ninja team, anybody can plug into this all the time. I've even got screenshots showing you the trades as they've happened, so we're not hiding anything. But as you can see, in March, I won 14 trades and I lost 7 of them, which obviously gives me a 66% win rate. But last month, I got an account growth of nearly 80% by doing this. Okay. So as you can see, each month is going to be different, depending on what the markets bring us, and depending on what the harmonic scan brings.
So the burning question then is, can you show us how you do it so people can do it for themselves? Yeah, they've got the harmonic scanner and everything.
Right, we're going right onto that now. So this is our tool, the main tool that I use in the Ninja Smart Money that I do. It's called the Harmonic Scanner. Harmonic scans are drawn up by Fibonacci levels, and they're given to us automatically by IM Academy. And basically, the idea is where the D point is drawn, these are all drawn up by Fibonacci levels. Where the D point is, we have a trend reversal taking place. So, so the harmonic scan draws a D point, and on most of these down here, we've got different harmonic scans. Just click on one. As you can see, we got different ones, but I'm concentrating on the AUD-JPY, and so basically what I do then, we got a big percentage. I won't tell you the exact percentage, but we got a big percentage of a price reversal. So the D was drawn there. So we got a trend reversal now. So we was going in for a buy. The D point is drawn now, and now the trend has changed. We're going in for a sell.
And
So
it should go down towards the C. So if the D is above the C, we expect price to go down back towards the C. If D is at the bottom, C will be at the top. We expect price to go back up towards the C. So that's how we know which way we think price will go. As David says, with pretty good degree of accuracy.
So what I do basically then, so I can put all my Ninja stuff on it, I then transfer all this information onto TradingView, and you can get a free account on TradingView. So all this information now is transferred onto the AUD. I'm on the AUD JPY, the 4 hourly, exactly the same as the Harmonic Scan. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer this information, where the D is and the C is, and put what we call a pitchfork on it to give us a better understanding. I'll try and explain a bit better as we go, but bearing in mind we need to try and keep this video fairly short.
Yeah, and on that, David, don't forget, if you're watching this, people, whoever's watching, there's a video from Helen where she goes over the Ninja trading system basics, and the pitchforks are going to be explained more on there. So we don't need to go too much in detail on this. All you need to know is we put a pitchfork on.
Okay, so I'll just mark up my one on TradingView. Yep. So the 20th of April, I'm looking for the 20th of April on my AUD JPY, which would have been.
So while David's doing that, we're looking for the X, the C, and the D points from the scanner to be able to draw a pitchfork. Exactly. And the reason why we're using TradingView is because if you put stuff on the scanner, it will disappear eventually when the scanner refreshes, or we log out and log back in. So we can use TradingView. I mean, there are other advantages, like you can set alerts and things like that. So
exactly.
So there we go.
Just checking the C. C's in the right position on the 23rd. Ah, there. See, I got that wrong. It's always good to check again, because oh no, I was right the first time. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like, yeah.
I thought it was right. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. So now I've got my points, and indeed we're putting a pitchfork on. Now I've got it on the 4 hourly. Now I can go down through the time frames, so I can use it for my purposes of doing the Ninja Smart Money. So from the 4 hourly, I'll go down to the hourly, still the same scan, just tighten these up a bit and put the pitchforks on a bit better. And now this is what we call the median line, which is the halfway distance on the pitchfork. And again, mathematics has told us we've got a very good percentage rate where we think price will have a good chance of hitting this median line, which it does very, very frequently. So we'll use that. We could be using that as our ultimate take profit, but I'll show you why we didn't do that. So what we do now is I use the higher highs and the lower lows from another one of our tools called the Ninjacator. It's got a system in it where it can give me alerts to the higher highs and the lower lows. Again, Helen will be going through all this, so I won't be going through this in too much detail. Just showing you a rough sketch of what we do.
So this is called a break of structure, right, David?
Yeah, yeah. What we're looking for first is a break of structure, and a break of structure for me is this line. This is the D point that we showed you earlier. So I'm looking to the left of the D for the break of structure. So that for me is, I'll mark that up for you. Bearing in mind, not trying to keep it too long. So that for me would be my break of structure, because we're looking for price, because we had a sell here, started selling, then it started buying again till the ultimate high. So we're looking for the price to go beyond that low again to the right side of the D to prove to ourselves, price showing its hand, that's the way I say it, price showing its hand that the Harmonic Scan is actually working and it's broke the structure that we need. So now what we're doing is we're looking for a lower low, and lo and behold, we got a lower low there. So that's what I need. I want the higher high to the lower low. So
are you guys latching on? If you're watching this, are you catching on to what we're talking about here? We've got a Harmonic Scanner that is basically looking at the chart, so we don't have to. We get alerts for that in the Ninja team. We have an alert system set up, and then we're using the Ninjacator, which is our team tool to help identify the broker structure. Because what we're looking for, if the trend's going up, we're making higher low, higher low, higher low. We're just looking for a lower low, and there it is, look, LL, lower low.
So now what? Due to the Fibonacci levels, price loves going back between two certain levels on the Fibonacci that I've just drawn from the higher high to the lower low, the 0.71 line and the 0.798 line. Price will also respect that zone there. So that's where I basically put a sell limit in this case. So I'll pretend this lot wasn't here. We can actually do that. Can I do that while I'm doing this? I don't know. There we go. So there, I've got my lower low, as you can see. So I put my fibs from there to there, and now I'm looking for price to get back into this zone here. So what I do then is I mark it out and see what my risk to reward, what sort of risk to reward I would be looking at. So
just for clarity, while Dave is pulling this tool out, we are not in any trade yet. This is all about just looking for the setup, right?
Yeah, indeed. So I've got a short positioning tool now, and that where we had the lower low, that will be my take profit, and I can remodel the stop loss a bit, and I can put the stop loss down equidistance with where we put the fork, the line of the fork, and that there will give me a 4.37 risk to reward. So therefore I've got a stop loss of so there's the stop loss that I put down, 84.82, if you can remember that. Sorry, that's my sell limit.
Yeah, so that would be where we get in.
And my stop loss would be way up here at 84.93, which is 11 pips for this demonstration. So basically, if price goes beyond that, the stop loss will take me out, and I've lost 1%. But
and do you cry? Do you cry when you lose 1% of your account?
Not at all, because I know it's just price will do what it's going to do at the end of the day, and it's just look at another scan and away we go. But I'm expecting price to get in here, and if it goes to my take profit, ultimately I've got by the time it gets to my take profit, which is way down here, I've got a 4.37% chance take profit for when it reaches there. So I've got so basically if I put a pound on my stop loss, by the time it gets down there, I've got £4.37.
And this is being conservative because ultimately there's a very good chance of the price going further down to that median line, which is why we've got the pitchfork on there. But there's a thing that you'll learn is why risk it? If you can make 4%, I mean, you should be happy with that, surely.
Yeah, and we've got plenty of other scans that you can move on to.
Yeah.
The idea, the basis of this is to be in and out of trades as quick as time as possible. So once you're quite happy with your take profit, then you move on to another trade.
And something I will mention as well is at this point here, this is now you can set and forget. You can set this as a trade setup that will trigger without you. That will, if it hits stop loss, will close out without you, and if it hit takes profit, will close out without you. It's what's called a pending order, and you put your stop loss and you take profit in. This now is perfect for busy people.
Yeah, because as you can see, I actually set that up. These are all hourly candles. So I took one, I set it up there, look, because I've got my lower low, but it took, in actuality, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours until it actually got to the zone that we were looking for price to go, where I would have my sell limit. It doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it might be 1 or 2 hours away. Sometimes it might be even like 10 or 12 hours away.
Yeah.
But in this instance, it took 8 hours away. That's why I like this trade, because I can put it in set and forget sort of thing, really.
Yeah.
So we'll just play it on. So we're already in the sell 8 hours later now, because it's already in that zone. So we'll play it on and see what happens.
Oh, not connected. Oh, it's still not hit take profit fully, has it?
No, it's still not hit. Yeah, this is still a live account, but as you can see, just as it took 8 hours to actually do its thing, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours to get to where it is now, but we're still heading on down. I've only got a matter of what's that, 43, 44. I've only got another 10 pips to go. Then I've hit my take profit to be sure of my 4.37 result there.
So what David's just gone through there, scan, break a structure, set and forget. That is what David teaches every Saturday. So if you're seeing this and you're thinking, oh, it still seems a bit complicated, it's not. It's scan, wait for the break of structure, the lower low, higher highs. Okay, they're on the indicator, they're given to you. If you're watching this for the first time, I get it. Maybe it seems a bit like, oh, what's he on about? But this is why we teach it, and we have such a good support group. Now, so, okay, so you've seen what we've not hidden anything. David's shown you how he works the trades out. He can teach you that every Saturday. But let's suppose you are looking at it going, oh, it seems a bit complicated, but I still like to grow my account by what you saw before. I won't mention it because we're not really meant to talk percentage and cash increase. But supposing you're thinking, well, I'm not sure I could learn that, even though I'm guessing it probably is pretty simple once I've practiced it. Would there be, let's say, a way for me to copy your trades, David?
Oh, there is. Yeah, because we have in our Ninja trading system, we have a Discord channel that every member can plug into, and this is our Discord channel here, and we got lots of different things on our Discord channel. We've got, I won't go into them all because of the time, but we've got one here called the Ninja Smart Money, and what happens when I put my higher high and lower low, and coincidentally we just got the one I just showed you, I actually take a screenshot before the actual trade hits, because it hits up here, look, and I write down the coordinates, and then you can copy these and go back to your own trading view, and hopefully you've been on my training and know that I put a fib from the higher high to the lower low, and you can do it exactly for yourself and see how I came up with these coordinates. So you can actually get a push notification when these alerts come in, and then you can go and have a look at it yourself.
So you can just take the trade, win or lose. You can try and reverse engineer and see what David's done if you want to practice. Okay. But also I do encourage people to learn for themselves. So it's great that David does that. But I can tell you the other day, I took a GBP, I think it was GBP USD trade on Ninja Smart Money that David hadn't put out, right? So it is, to me, I don't want to be reliant on David any more than David wants to be reliant on me, which is why we teach it. Okay. We use the tools, make our life easy. That's why we teach it. But don't forget, you can actually go beyond what you've just seen there. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, guys, we do get people that come in just to take those trades. And in fact, you got a nice comment just recently, didn't you? That probably this person isn't going to be on your sessions anymore. Why not?
Yeah, I got a nice comment from a girl called Sue. She's been watching me for a long time, and she's been copying what I do on demo. And now she's got the confidence to take the trades on her own, which is ultimately what we're all about. We
love that.
We do, because, yeah, we do love that. And it gives me, as a trainer, a little bit of a buzz to know that not only am I helping people get pips, but more than that, if they can go out and do it themselves, because I'm a human being, and surprise, and I might miss one of these harmonic scans to put a trade on. So I know, for example, there was €1 GBP. I looked at it later after it already done what it did. It happened on the Monday, and I was downtown shopping. I missed it altogether. But if you know how to do the strategy, you can come and do it yourself, because I've only got a certain amount of time I can actually look at the trades at a certain time of the day. Somebody might come in the evening and have a look at the same trades and recognize something and then mark up their own trades. So,
well, Dave is also human. Now and again, he goes on holiday, you know, he might be ill or whatever. So we are all about trying to teach you to be self-sufficient. But as you can see, I think we do a lot there to help. So I hope you enjoyed this little insight. I don't think there's much more to say, is there, David? Is there anything you want to add?
No, just make sure you plug in and come on my training sessions, because like I said before, with the Ninja, the whole bigger picture. We have lots of different strategies for different people, the different times of the day. Me, I like this one because this is my own personal favorite, because I like setting it up, lay a trap, as it were. Like I showed you, it took 8 hours to actually go to the sell limit, but that's fine. I can go downtown shopping, whatever, with the confidence of knowing the price is going to go into the zone that I've set for it, and the trap is laid, as it were. I'm nowhere near my computer, and then I can come back later on and analyze it when it's activated. So yeah, so that's why this is my own personal favorite. So
well, it's great for people that want to go and live their life. And I mean, I like to be in and out pretty quick, but sometimes, you know, it means you're at the chart longer. You know, David doesn't need to take long to set those up, and then they either trigger or they don't. If they don't trigger, he's not lost anything. When they do trigger and it goes wrong, he's only lost 1%. And when it wins, as you can see, he's doing well. So right, well, that's awesome, David. Thank you very much. Don't forget, if you're watching this is just part of our week workshop where we're showing everything we do, the tools, the strategies, the indicators, the methodology, the mind, everything. We're opening up to you for a week so you can see exactly what we do. If you're interested, get back to the person that shared this with you, or click around the website if you're looking on the website, whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter who you join, because you get all the resources of the team. So make sure you get back to the person that shared this with you. They will be happy to see you in. We will be happy to see you in. And with that said, we'll end the recording there, I think, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers, Sam.